Your mother was the victim of the oldest bunco game in town, the pigeon drop.
Is this yours?
If we get emotionally involved, every time some lady walks in here who's lost her bank account, we'll end up basket cases.
All right, I want in.
Sister, you gotta be
Honey, you want another sample. He's behind me and he's coming up fast.
What's your location?
Are we any closer, Mrs. Klein? Was her hair this long?
Well, maybe it wasn't so. Oh, I don't know. I'm so sorry. I just can't.
Mrs. Klein, why don't we forget about their faces for a minute? Do you remember if there was anything unique about their voices? I mean, did one of them have an accent or a brogue, anything like that?
Oh, they were so sweet, so kind.
They stole your money, Mrs. Klein. They were thieves.
That money, it was everything I had to see me through. What can I do? What can I do?
What do I do? I'll tell you what she does. She dies.
All right, Bill. Hey, Pete.
Okay. Pete.
Anything?
No, she's not going to be much help to us. We might as well scratch identification.
And you can scratch her bank account, too. And they really got her pretty good this time.
Yeah.
Left her with a fat balance of $67.43.
Not even enough to buy her a wooden box.
Pepper, will you stop being so overly dramatic?
That could be any one of us. You realize that when we reach her age? You think she planned it that way? To be old, alone, piecing out her money so it'll last till she dies?
Yeah, well, let me tell you something. If we get emotionally involved, every time some lady walks in here who's lost her bank account, we'll end up basket cases.
Well, those sweet, lovely broads that ran their game on her, they stole the one thing that let her live with pride and independence. If she's like the rest of the women this has happened to, she'll be dead in a couple of months. I'll go get her tea. But you get somebody else to tell her that.
She's my good friend, you see. She always waves to me when I'm on my way to church.
This is the police. Open the door.
Then I saw her.
Mrs. Fisk, are you there?
And that's when I...
Jerry, we're going to have to kick this door down. Mrs. Fisk! Mrs. Fisk!
Jenny, are you in here?
Are you sure she's at home?
Well, she's got to be. Maybe she's in her bed and can't get to the door. No, don't you go out. Go. You just frighten her. Jenny? Oh, there's Bozo. Is your mommy in here, honey? I'll go see.
Jerry, contact homicide and have them meet us over here for a possible dead body.
Oh. Well, what is it? Closed coffin. Closed coffin is always better after an autopsy.
You've been through this before.
No thanks.
Yes, there's nothing but old people left on this street. Death comes as regular as a paper boy and a lot more dependable. Why, Mr. Mitchell said that he went to 3 funerals on one clean shirt the other day. Here, don't hold back on the cookies.
So you went over to see if there was something wrong.
And to apologize. We had a real set-to on Friday, Jenny and me.
Mrs. Ray, homicide called us in because...
About the money. Yes, I know. That's just what I wanted to tell you. On Friday, Jenny runs in here all twittery. She'd been waiting by the bus, and she met a lady down there, a widow lady like her.
Pigeon drop.
Did she give them any money?
No. She took everything she had out of the bank. But then they scared her, and she ran. That's why she was killed, isn't it?
It's possible. We're looking into it.
Have her children been notified?
Children? People our age don't have children. They have all grown into strangers. That's all life amounts to. Burying them and having them turn into strangers. Jenny has a girl. I phoned her this morning before you got here. She lives upstate.
Oh, at least I found the dress. She bought it for my father's funeral 15 years ago. Now if we can find the brooch Dad gave her.
Mrs. DeWitt, we may not find that brooch.
Oh, it has to be here somewhere. She always wore it.
That's just it. She probably was wearing it. When they found your mother's body, the collar on her blouse was torn. I'm sorry.
That's horrible.
Yes.
I mean, they kill someone and then they... I don't believe it. I mean, why would they steal that and then leave something as valuable as the tea service? Wait a minute. Where's my father's medals? They were my mother's prized possession, his medals. The Croix de Guerre and some others from World War I. She had them hanging right there on the wall in a shadow box, and they were just beautiful. Excuse me.
Hi.
Yes.
I'm with the police department. It's Sergeant Anderson.
Oh, yes.
Hiya, Pete.
Please, Joe.
Hi, Pep. We were in the neighborhood. Thought we'd stop by and see if you got anything.
No. Mrs. DeWitt, we're virtually sure now that your mother was the victim of one of the oldest bunco games in town, the pigeon drop.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I don't know what that means.
Well, it's terribly complicated. How do we explain it? Do you think we want to try to show it?
Sure.
To her? Look, I'll be your mother, and this is a park bench, and or a bus stop, Pete. Any place an older woman would sit, and these are con men, or in this case, women. Now, we just sit here. How do you do?
Hello. I'm respectable and I cry a lot.
And now she casually mentions to me that her husband has just died, or her son or daughter, and she's just collected the insurance money, and she shows it to me, thousands of dollars. And then the other one just happens along.
That's me.
The partner's usually black.
And I just happen to be here.
That makes it a little easier to look like we're not friends.
And it makes it easier for me, Con, too, to play the part of a maid, cleaning lady, nurse, etc.
Mm-hmm. Now, then she goes into her act.
Why, looky here.
Now, she pretends to find a wallet filled with money and no identification. Now, here's the important thing now. Inside the wallet, there are markers. You know, like policy slips, exacta tickets, things that show that the money has been obtained illegally. You know, like through gambling, things like that.
Now, look, darling, I don't know nothing about finding no money.
First move. She claims to have a boss in an office around the corner. So she says she'll take it to him. She does. She comes back, she says everything's okay, the money belongs to us, we can split it 3 ways. But the boss has kept the money. He wants each lady to come up alone and prove she can handle money. And for him, he says that's to show that she has a sizable earning or savings.
Right. Now, for me, that's easy. I pretend to go and show him my insurance money. And then I come back and show her my share.
Mm-hmm. But what about me? I'm just waiting for the bus. I have no cash on me.
Well, honey, you certainly must have some money. I mean, in a bank or someplace.
Well, yes, my savings account, $6,000-7,000.
Why, darling, that do just fine.
You bet it will. Now, so one of them, she hustles me off to the bank, and I'm so confused. I'm your mother, whoever, and I withdraw all my savings. But her boss has now become itchy. Doesn't want any more strangers coming up.
So you stay right here, and I'll take it to him, you hear?
So she takes my money, in a few minutes comes back, all smiles, and says, it's fine. All you have to do is go up and collect your share. So they send me off on my merry way to an address that doesn't exist. And when I get back, they have melted away like snow.
It's cruel.
Yes, it is. But unfortunately, an awful lot of people are greedy, and that's why it works.
But they didn't get my mother's money. She brought it home.
No, she didn't buy their story, but they got it all right.
Pep, Joe and I are going to have to take a ride. I don't know, but I got this postcard this afternoon, and I had this picture of a pizza parlor on it. It didn't make sense to me then, but Now I want to check it out.
All right.
See you back at the office, Pat. It's nice meeting you.
We're not open for business yet.
Well, look, we're here to see Mr. Ottoman.
Oh, yeah, him. Well, he's in back.
Behold, the Reverend Otto Ottoman.
Otto, please.
Too much, huh?
Too much for what?
For me. For Reverend Otto, High Priest, Secretary, President, Treasurer, the Joy in the Morning Tabernacle. Oh, gentlemen, I have seen the light. Would I lie to you?
Otto.
Well, let me rephrase that. Would the city-wide and universal mail-order school of divinity lie to you? My diploma. As of Saturday morning, that pizza parlor in there will no longer be a den of pasta. It will reopen as the Joy in the Morning Tabernacle.
Otto, my friend, I got very funny ears. And right now they hear the sound of a ripoff.
Well, precisely why I sent you that card. I thought we could strike up an agreement whereby the opening of the tabernacle would not be interfered with by the police.
Mm-hmm. Now those funny ears hear the sound of us scratching your back and you scratching ours, right?
Crudely put, but succinct. Gentlemen, it has come to my attention that you have been making enquiries around this town regarding that most venal of crimes, pigeon drop.
Scratch a little harder.
In my quest for souls, I've heard that a former competitor of mine is now among us. And he dwells, as the good book says, where the woodbine twineth and the waters rolleth freely.
And so, Otto?
Well, gentlemen, I've given you a parable, and a parable's a mystery.
I'll tell you what, Otto. If we solve this trip, there's going to be high times in the Joy in the Morning Tabernacle. But if we don't, no more dress up.
Mm-mm.
Where the woodbine twineth and the waters runneth freely. At least that checks out.
Hold it. Let's chalk one up for Otto. That's Benny Bates.
It's one of Otto's former competitors.
Mm-hmm.
He's out on parole.
It is. It's got to be.
What?
That sure fits the description of the brooch Mrs. Fisk was wearing.
You sure?
I'm positive.
There's nothing we can do about it now. I don't want to make a move till we can pin it on all of them.
I wonder
Wonder what?
how long it'd take me to learn to walk like that.
In advance.
In advance. Pay the man.
Refund if you check out before 5.
Well, there's not much chance of that, is there, honey?
No comments.
Here you are, number 10. Plenty of privacy.
Okay, thank you. See you tomorrow.
I don't believe it.
Looks like an old James Bond movie, doesn't it?
Black satin sheet?
I like it. Where you want this stuff put?
Oh, the little one up on the dresser.
Okay, here you go. It's kind of homey, though, isn't it?
Depends on where you grew up.
Look at this bed. Oh! This is fantastic. I hope you brought your drama, man.
I'm getting seasick just looking at you.
Oh, now I'm beginning to hope Pete and Joe don't call too soon.
I'm going to get out of this ridiculous outfit and get into some working clothes.
Why do I have the feeling there's somebody up there looking back at me?
You know, we could be the first couple to spend the whole night in this joint.
How do you feel about a little television?
Okay.
Ha! Call desk for selections of adult movies. What grabs you?
Nothing, I hope. You really gonna turn that on?
Uh-huh. I'm gonna see if it turns me on.
Who says crime doesn't pay? I wonder how much Benny's giving up for that pad over there.
Oh, you can always go back to your old job, Silky.
What? I'm ready to retire, man.
Hey, that's nothing. Never. Just some cleaning lady. I wonder what she's lifted in that bag.
Probably a dead biscuit.
You think so?
It ain't moving. It's not a bad-looking broad. It's Benny's chick, man. Here's the other half of the centerfold.
I like the way she looked yesterday better. I'm gonna go phone Lola Getz.
Pete?
Right. Well, whatever Lola wants, we just got.
Oh, yeah, where are you, Pete?
We're still at Benny's pad. We're just getting ready to split. Now, the light one looks like the PTA just voted her Miss Congeniality. The dark one looks like about $8 an hour plus car fare.
Lisa?
We'll meet you on the radio.
Turned off. They're headed for the park.
Makes sense. Old ladies coming home after a day of just killing time. Maids headed for buses.
Just remember our emphasis is on the one man who's calling the shots.
Think we can pull him out?
That's what we get paid for.
They're casing the park.
Looking for a bus stop?
Could be. They're turning into Chambers Street. They're parking.
Okay, boys, thanks.
Tell him we'll take it from here.
The boss says we'll take it. And isn't it hot today? There's the hanky. Here comes the sob story.
Henry used to love the park.
We buried him last week.
All
I have left of him, sniffle, sniffle, is his insurance money. Oh, there, dear, I understand. Yes, I lost my husband, too. But you'll get over it. We all do. Oh, great. Look what I found. A wallet. Look at this. Huh.
Oh, that's great. Pigeon got on the bus.
I wonder how you translate that gesture.
That's a pretty long gesture for a four-letter word. The maid is taken off. I guess they're gonna try it again. Just why not? It's supposed to be the best spot in town. All the retirement homes in this area. There's a bank about a block down the street.
What do you think? We ought to just play this one by ear?
Yeah, let's let him run with it. I think I'll send Joe home. See if he can still fit into his old uniform.
Do you mind, ladies? You were giving an Academy Award performance. The envelope, please.
This a friend of yours? This ain't nobody's friend.
Except for that big man in blue right over there. You put that envelope in my hand or he'll be here before you can scratch where you itch.
Honey, I got just one word for you.
And that word is help. You move and you're in big trouble. Officer, help!
Yes, what seems to be the trouble, lady?
See, I did it.
What is it?
Shall we tell him, girls?
Somebody better tell me something and tell me fast, okay?
Well, my friends keep telling me that I'm crazy the way I walk through the park like I do, and I say they're fraidy cats, that we've got the best police force in the world right here. All I have to do is yell, and I'll have all the help I need. I know it isn't legal, but we make bets, and we put the money in an envelope, and whoever wins, well, she's got the envelope, and I won. I know it isn't legal.
Well, I guess I can't lock you up for a little gambling this time. Best police force in the world, huh?
And the best looking.
Thank you.
Come on, be a sport. Pay up. Give me the envelope.
Well, I guess in that case, ladies, we'll have to pay up, huh?
Now, I'll just write my name and address very plainly so everybody'll know it's mine. Oh, you don't know how much help you've been.
Thank
See,
you.
I told you they were wonderful. That's for being so nice.
Well, is there anything else I can do for you today?
What have you got in mind?
I'm on duty.
Well, I can't speak for my friends here, and I can't stop you from calling me. You saw me right down where I live. Evenings, like tonight, if I'm not home around 7, I'm usually in a heap of trouble.
Well, now, let's hope that doesn't happen, okay? Ladies, have a fine day.
Thank you, officer. All right, I want in.
Sister, you gotta help.
Honey, you want another sample.
Rip off? She didn't only rip you off. She used a cop to do it.
Go on, tell us how we should have done it, Mr. Boss Man.
You gotta be something else.
Name it. I've got a name for it.
All right. Now, what's the punchline?
I already told them. In.
Sorry, baby. What I need, I've got. Except the cash.
Let me tell you something, girls. When a set of muscles like this stands between you and the door, there's only one way out. Something missing. She put it in there. I saw her. Sorry about that. Your hired help was so busy trying to figure out how to get me thrown under a moving car, they didn't notice when I dropped the envelope in a mailbox. And even with postage due, there's nothing going to stop that mailman from delivering it to the Charles Motel. You sure you've got everything you need? Well, then I'll just be running along. Smile, ladies. I'm telling you, they're really cagey.
Yeah, well, I think I've got an idea that might move you in a little tighter.
Okay, just shut up and I'll get you a lawyer.
Raina?
They picked her up. Parole violation. How? How did they track her down? She changed her name.
Cops?
Cops don't knock.
I knew a nice man once who said he learned one thing in the Army: never raise your hand to volunteer. But he was a klutz anyway.
I should have known.
What's she talking about?
Oh, I just dropped by to say as long as one of your cozy family decided to retire, I might step in. And look at all the money I've saved you. You don't even have to take out an ad in the paper.
You did it.
Honey, you got an awful lot to learn. And you might as well start right now. If we're gonna work together, you can't blow it like you did this afternoon. We've got to polish the act. So smooth it'll slide like satin over bear skin.
I ain't working with her.
Tell her, Benny.
I'm not working with her. You can't trust a broad like that.
He knows that. He knows you can trust what I do. And that's what it's all about, isn't it, Alfie? Tomorrow we'll talk about our business arrangements, and that's what it is. Business.
Maybe we should drink tonight.
When I need a Boy Scout to help me across the street and open doors, I'll call you.
I've earned my merit badges.
Then go home and rub two sticks together.
I don't like wasting time.
You are, Benny. I've been looking for something for a long time, and maybe you're it, but that's something you're going to have to prove. I know what I'm worth. I know what I have to offer. I'm not going to settle for somebody who nickels and dimes little old ladies.
Then we're headed down the same road.
As I said, prove it. You can start tomorrow. And until then, I'm sure you won't spend a lonely night.
Good night.
Who is it?
Paul Newman.
You're on.
I don't believe you. Who writes your dialogue?
Whoever it is, remind me to send him a check in the morning. Benny wants us to run a game tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, I heard. We sure got to come up with a plausible victim. Are you really going to try to sleep on this thing?
And spend the night hanging over the rail? No thanks. That's my spot. I got to get out of this microphone.
Oh, you need some help?
Just watch your TV.
I've seen everything they have to offer, including the selected shores.
Use your imagination.
You know, if we run that game tomorrow afternoon, it's got to do two things.
Yeah.
It's not only got to bring a couple of roaches out from under the woodwork.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to provide us with enough physical evidence to exterminate them.
And as you said, we need a very special victim.
I have a brilliant idea. I think I know exactly where to find one.
And when I lay on these hands, you're gonna feel the spirit rise right up through you. And you're gonna raise up your arms and say, "Where's the free soup? This is not the mission."
You can say that again.
So in conclusion, a short prayer. Go thou and do likewise. Sister Clara, if you please.
Just exactly what does go thou and do likewise have to do with anything?
Why, that's the beauty of the scripture, sister. It can be interpreted in so many ways.
Hello, Otto.
Well, did
Clara?
you catch the show?
Yeah, I was back there in standing room only.
Well, I must apologize for the size of the crowd. I suppose my costume put them off. But you did notice that I did not violate my parole, nor was I associating with any known criminal.
Looks to me like you're not associating with much of anybody, Otto.
Yes, brother. The road to salvation is a lonely road. Why exactly are you here?
Well, I tell you, I need a mark.
Sinful, shameless, not me.
No, as a matter of fact, I really had more in mind your associate here.
I've served my time.
Oh, yes. Sister Clara, she's been rehabilitated.
Yeah, well, I gotta say this for you, sister. You sure play a nice piano. That's a very nice piano. Don't want to put any pressure on you, Otto, but you don't mind if I check the serial number, do you?
Oh, if you take away our music, that's like heaven without the choir.
304168. I think I'll just run that up at stolen property.
Sister Clara. Sister Clara, have you no charity? Why, the Lord and the police work in mysterious ways. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Arise, Sister Clara, arise, and go all of you, and do thou likewise. Move it.
Okay, let's try it again. Just think of it. A third of this money can be yours if you can prove to her boss that you can handle money.
Thank you very much, ma'am. I'll go right down to the bank with you and let you clean me out.
Clara, come on, will you?
Listen, I know it works. It always worked for me. Maybe you got the wrong mark. What you really need is a little old lady instead of a lady in her prime.
We'll fix you up. We'll do something with your hair. We'll really make you look
Let's take
good.
a break, okay? Huh, Clara? Why don't you grab yourself a cup of coffee?
Coffee ain't what I need.
Yeah, well, why don't you try it anyway? It's been out there long enough to be 80 proof by now.
Terrific.
It's one of my best ideas. It's not gonna work. She's been on the other side of the fence so long, it's like asking the Indians to play the cowboys.
Well, we don't have time to find anybody else.
Maybe we just better ask Reverend Otto to pray for a miracle. You know what I think I'll do? I think I'll just keep my eyes shut.
Well, if you want to see the play, I'd open them. Here comes Betty Davis now.
Did you ever have a feeling there was a dam right behind your head that was about to bust? Look at her. She's not even on the right bench.
But I wouldn't worry about it, Bill. Pepper finer.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Oh, my. You're a widow, too.
You're doing real good, honey.
Clara, if you don't stop coaching me, I'm going to give it to you right between your blues.
Just trying to tell you that you're doing...
You tell me nothing. You are a poor old widow. Remember that.
That must be sweat and blood.
Well, it's a little late to give her a transfusion.
Part of this get-up you gave me, it just... Well, it ain't me.
Well, it better sit good fast, because here she comes.
This isn't yours, is it? Thought I saw a wallet. Oh, finders keepers.
Let me see the money. Oh, my goodness.
Is there anything in there besides money?
Just these.
Looks like race tickets and...
I'll tell you what they are. Mr. Rich Man must have been a gambling man. And from the looks of the take, I figure it to be... $10,000. He must have hit the exacta. And if he hit the exacta yesterday, why, the payoff must have been, let's see.
You a gambler?
Oh, girl, let me tell you, I got... No, goodness gracious, no. You see, my husband, my late husband, he played a little bang-tail bingo.
Bang-tail bingo? Now what's she up to?
Well, I tell you, the girl's got more action than Saturday night at the roller derby.
Clara, you almost blew it.
Don't worry about me, honey. Of course, it does feel kind of spooky being the mark instead of the marquee, if you know what I mean.
Well, I guess we might as well relax and wait for step number 3.
Here she comes. If we ever make it out of step 4, it'll be a miracle. You guys keep an eye on D for me while I talk to Pep.
Well, I hope you heard that loud and clear.
Oh, I wish I hadn't. What do you think?
Well, we can't risk it. If she's not onto us by now, she will be in a minute.
Listen, it ain't my fault.
No, but you said enough to get us in trouble, so...
I told you from the beginning, no way could I be a little old lady in tennis shoes.
Clara, it's my fault. I just should have paid attention to you, that's all.
It's okay. You want to get her home?
Yeah, I'll get her home.
I better get back before Dee does too much heavy
Why don't you do that?
I'm really sorry. It's just that
Clara, let me tell you something.
I've been rehabilitated, you know what I mean?
Don't swear. It's tough for you to go straight. I understand that.
Where is she?
I cut out. We picked the wrong mark. She started asking too many questions. Come on before she gets too many answers.
You know you blew it.
All
right, knock it off. Shut up, the both of you!
Never worked before.
Amateurs, that's what you are. You're amateurs. If you think I'm going to run this game with a lunk like this, you're crazy.
Keep it up, and you're gonna get what you're asking for.
She's all yours.
Sit down!
Here's a few dimes. When you know what you're doing, call me.
And I'm telling you, Pepper, it'll work. It'll still work. Look, I chose the wrong broad, that's all. I made a mistake. I mean, I'm entitled, right? Yeah, I mean, all we gotta do is just find the right little old lady, somebody who'll swing with it.
What do you think? Do you think Mrs. Ray would work?
Me? Act? Why, I used to turn green in Sunday school if I had to say a piece.
These are the people we think killed your friend.
Mrs. Ray, we need your help. We need your help bad. These people are preying on elderly women.
Well, all right. I'll do it.
Here, let me check the bag.
You gonna answer that? It's the third ring. It's gotta be Benny.
Yeah, let him sweat. He'll call back. There. Look at that.
She looks terrific. That's terrific.
You look great.
Well, I feel absolutely naked without my lipstick.
You certainly came to the right place for it.
Oh, don't you worry, Sergeant Crowley. I know exactly what this place is. I have always wanted to see the inside of one of these motels since I first heard about them. Look at that. Don't!
So why don't we turn on the TV and watch Father Knows Best?
Yes. Yeah, Benny, go ahead.
She won't give you any trouble.
And I'm to believe that?
You want it carved in stone?
All right, Benny. Tell Dee to meet me at the same place in the park in half an hour. There's still time for one more try today, but that's all you get. One more try. Half an hour.
We all set?
Set.
Okay, listen, why don't you take your own car? I'll meet you back here later.
See you on the bench.
Mrs. Ray, you gonna ride with me? Okay. You sure you're still game?
Oh, I'm game.
Good. Okay. Now, I'm the bank. You come back to me for the money. But when it's all over, when Pepper sends you on your way, don't come back to me. Don't come back here. Go all the way around the corner and meet Joe.
Now, I'll be there, and I'll take you home, okay?
Now, is that clear?
Perfectly. Just as clear as all the other times you told me.
Yeah, well, sorry, it's just I want to be sure that...
It's all right. One can't be too careful.
Yeah. Okay, when you're ready.
I'm eager. Now I better start thinking old. No, that's wrong. I better start looking old and thinking young. Oh, I just wish my son was here. On the other hand, maybe it's just as well. He'd probably be convinced it's time to put me away in a nice, quiet home somewhere. This is for you. For all of you. It's cookies. It may be a long wait.
Thank you.
Mrs. Ray, would you ever consider taking the entrance exam for the police academy?
No. I look dreadful in blue.
Is this yours?
Why, no, it isn't mine.
No, it's not mine.
My God.
What have you done of money? Why, Oh, and what a beautiful brooch. It must have wonderful associations for you. What are those things mixed up with the money?
Racetrack tickets, maybe they're still good.
Okay, here's the money. This is the 14,000.
It's going rather well, isn't it?
Yes, it is so far.
In fact, it's going so well, and when this whole thing's over with, I may buy you a champagne cocktail.
But it's not over. Not until you make the arrest.
No, that's right.
And that's a change that I want to make. I want to be with you, Sergeant Crowley, when you make that arrest.
I don't think that's a good idea, Mrs. Ray.
It can get kind of messy.
And we just don't want anything to happen to you right now. You understand?
I see. I see that if I'm going to be in on the real excitement, I may have to take that police academy exam.
You're doing very well without it. Now, we better hurry back. She's a very clever girl. Are you ready?
Yes. For the first time, I have sympathy for the women's lib movement.
Well, we did pretty good.
14,000, not bad.
Split, what, 3 ways? Still ain't bad.
I never was very good at division, but it's all safe right here.
This your car?
That's it.
You're doing pretty good for yourself.
I take it off my taxes.
Funny. Hey, open the door.
Oh! If you see Benny, tell him I've decided to retire. I think it'd be a good idea if he did the same thing.
Girl, are you crazy?
A little something to remember you by.
You know, I think we better swing over here to First. The traffic's really going to be heavy up there by the circle.
We're going to be cutting it pretty close as it is. Because Benny's going to head right for that motel.
Be a good idea if we're there waiting.
You think it's safe to head back to the boulevard?
Looks good to me.
Bill, I think Benny made me.
You're kidding.
That's what I said. Benny's behind me and he's coming up fast.
What's your location?
Just past Oak Street, heading south on Helmsdale Boulevard.
Keep going. Don't get off the boulevard. We're at the motel. I'll request black and white assistance for you. We're en route, Pep. Pete, get on the horn and get some assistance. Follow us, Joe. They made Pep.
This is 12Y50 requesting black and white assistance. Code 3. 74 black T-Bird with a vinyl top just past Oak Street going south on Helmsdale Boulevard heading toward the marina.
12Y50, Roger. 13A43 en route. I'll contact you on Cat 1.
all right, Bill. 12R52 to 12R90.
Was it worth this?
I told you it was a gift.
From a dead woman.
Tell me something, Dee. How's it feel to take a life? What'd you use to do it with?
I didn't use anything.
She just died of a heart attack, right?
You show me a witness, huh? You got a witness, and then maybe you got a case.
Oh, we've got a witness. All we have to do is wait for them to patch up Benny.
I didn't kill anybody.
Funny, I have a feeling he's going to say exactly the same thing. And Benny's a survivor, Dee. He's going to pin it on you as easily as pinning this, which Mrs. Fisk's daughter identified as her mother's.
I'm going to give you some good advice. If I were you, I'd take advantage of this time and give us your story. Yeah, come in. Pete, did you serve the warrant on Benny's place?
Yeah. That's the first time I ever saw a real quad-a-gear.
Oh, he must have been a hell of a man.
Oh, by the way, we recovered $8,000.
Well, that's our case. Let's take it to the DA.
All right. Someday I gotta thank you folks for all the help you've been to me.
Let's book her and get her out of our sight. I think I need some air.
Get her booked for us, please, Now, I don't want any ifs, ands, or buts. I want you to get up to the doctor and have him look at that side.
Yeah. Listen, do me a favor and get out the crime report on Mrs. Klein and get her address for me, will you?
Mrs. Klein, you mean the first lady that ran the scam on? What do you need her address for?
I'd like to tell her we have a gift for her.
Pepper should get her money back.
Yeah, she'll get more than that. She'll get her independence back. And that's a present you don't have to put a bow on. Want to come with me?
You're gonna turn me into a basket case here.
Pregnant. At first I looked for an abortion, but Minner talked me out of it.
A great-looking couple from Vegas who want to adopt a baby. Well, she wants a kid, and we don't want to screw up her figure.
Go right at him. Drop down as quick as you can and go right at him, man.
mind.
You ready for a helicopter ride?
Oh, you're taking me to the desert for a long weekend?
No, it's more like the mountains. A small plane went down about an hour ago near Lambria.
Drugs?
Baby peddling. Maybe.
Huh?
Probably.
You want to lay that on me again?
Well, there were 3 women aboard and a pilot. They're all dead. The whole area is strewn with baby clothes, and yet the women aren't visibly pregnant, and they couldn't find any babies. I just talked to the DA's office, Schreiner.
Oh, I've switched him off TV a couple times.
Yeah, well, he and the department have been looking into this baby thing for a long time. He wants...
Headlines.
You Sergeant Crowley?
That's right.
I'm Boswell, Sheriff's Homicide Bureau.
Roswell, it's Sergeant Anderson.
How do you do?
I wish my partner looked as good. The plane's a rental out of San Carlos. FAA is sending out an investigative team.
Anything on the victims?
Well, it's a pilot, 2 young girls, a third woman not much older. No survivors, of course. Here are the IDs. That's the pilot, Higgins. The 2 girls.
No, they're both from the city. Student body ID cards.
From different schools.
Across town.
It's really kind of strange. Money and maternity clothes all over the place. Could be connected to that ring your department's working on.
How much money did you find?
Well, I picked up at least $2,000 so far. Mostly $100 bills.
It's Valerie.
God.
Sam. Can you talk about it, Sam?
Yeah.
There were 2 other girls on the plane with Valerie. Their names were Tammy Dean and Marilyn Johansson. Do you recognize them at all?
No.
You see, we think...
What?
Well, we think maybe they may have been involved in a baby selling ring.
What are you talking about? What baby selling ring?
We're not sure of anything yet. But the last time I talked to Valerie was at your anniversary party, remember? And she told me how much you both wanted a child. And she also told me about the problem.
Operation.
Yeah, she told me. Sam.
She was coming back so good.
She also, she mentioned adoption.
We were on some lists, some waiting lists. We applied.
Yeah, that can take a long time.
Wait a minute, Crowley. No. What are you saying here, huh? Look, there wasn't anything we didn't talk about.
Sam.
Sam, will you take it easy? We're just looking for possibilities. Nobody's suggesting anything.
Do you know why Valerie was on that plane?
No. She said she had the day off. She was going to go visit some friends. Drive. I want in on this with you.
No way, Sam.
No way. Look, this is my wife we're talking about.
Hey, Bill?
Hey, Joe.
Oh, Sam. I'm sorry.
Yeah, what is it, Joe?
The Civil Aeronautics people upstairs in the chief's office. He wants to see you up there.
Okay, tell him I'll be up as soon as possible.
Well, he'd like to see you up there now.
Well, your hunch was right. Both of those girls had just given birth. Now, the Doran woman was a...
Yeah, we know about the hysterectomy. Listen, Doc, both girls have given birth how recently?
Within 48 hours.
Really?
What about the pilot?
His liver was pickled. He was much more than just a social drinker, so the alcohol content isn't at all unusual in his type. But the traces of chlorohydrate are.
The pilot was drugged?
Mickey Finn.
Enough to have caused the crash?
No, I'd say so, yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't expect him back for... Hold on. He just walked in. Frank, the call from Mexico on line 2.
Thanks, sweetheart. All right, Buenas, what happened?
Hold on, Frank.
How did the girls get on the plane?
I don't know. They were supposed to go out on a commercial flight.
Your handling of the Higgins thing was stupid. You're rushing to everything headlong. You're down there to exercise total control. You don't do that, we're all in the toilet. You've been there before, Doctor, and this time I'm not pulling you out.
I am in control, Frank. That's why I had to take care of Higgins the way I did. He was getting greedy and threatening. And there was a cop's wife down here looking to do business. She might have been a plant. I'm telling you, Frank, I don't want anything even smelling of cops near me ever again.
No, I'm telling you. From now on, you clear everything with me, understand? Until things ease up here, I'm running both ends of this operation.
I need another.
I could use one, too.
Hey, Sam.
Sam?
Sam, what are you doing here?
I called the bank this morning. Valerie, the day before yesterday, she withdrew some money from our savings. $6,000.
6,000?
Now, look, Bill, if she was doing something about getting a baby, and the pilot was drugged, right?
Yeah, that's right.
That means that they killed my wife. Now, you gotta let me work on this case.
Sam.
Now, look, you see, this is a gasoline fill-up kit from a Mexicali airport here. Now, if they're running a baby-selling operation, it's coming out of Mexico, you see, and
Sam, listen, I don't want you interfering in this case. I spoke to Parks. I'm sorry, Sam, but look, as of this morning, you're relieved of all duties, and I want you to take 2 weeks off.
You really should take a rest, Sam.
How in the hell? Tell me.
Hey, wait a minute, Schreiner. Wait a minute. This distraught guy that you're talking about, the one that keeps butting in, as you put it, this is a man whose wife just got killed in one of the dirtiest businesses around. Now, I told him to lay off. I'm going to tell you the same thing, Schreiner. You lay off. You lay off my team. You lay off me. You lay off this whole case. You understand that until we get it cleaned up, okay? Stupid jerk. Eric.
He just wants to get in the papers.
Yeah, more like the comics.
You know what really blows my butt? When this jerk ran against the superiors in the primaries, I voted for him.
Well, you're weird.
What is that you're drinking?
Pumpkin shake.
I'm weird? All right, Pepper, let's get cracking on this thing. Check out the families and friends of the dead girl, see what you can come up with. Joe, Pete, cover the pilot. Background, plane rentals. Talk to San Diego. See if they got anything on illegal flights across the border, okay? Let's go.
Can I hit it up?
Oh, here, Dad.
Thanks, huh?
Got a meeting upstairs, and I'm going to go to City College and talk to the people that Valerie worked with.
Okay. Bill?
Yeah?
Sam needs you.
Okay, I'll talk to him.
I'm so sorry.
Cindy, do you know why she was on that plane? Did she tell you anything about it at all?
Oh, Sam, please don't hate me. It's all my fault. It's all my fault.
Look, now whatever happened, I need your help. Please. Now, was she buying a baby?
Sam, she never told you.
What?
How miserable she was after the operation. She wanted to give you a child so badly.
But to buy one.
Oh, God, she was only going down there to look. Then come back and tell you about it.
She took money out of the bank.
Sam, these people don't even talk to you without seeing money up front.
Who are these people? How'd you find out about them?
I introduced her to this guy, Howard Minter.
Checkout stand. Okay, thank you very much.
Finally made it to the hangar.
Take one up.
Really?
Can you fly?
Sometimes I find.
Hi, fellas.
Greetings.
What kind of plane can I put you in today?
Well, I'm afraid we're gonna have to skip the plane trip. We're from the police department. We're gonna see the manager.
That's me, Ernie Hernandez. I'm the manager, pilot, mechanic, whatever you need.
Take the manager.
What do you want?
Your plane that went down in Lambia. Was it November 137 Romeo, Quebec? What can you tell us about it?
It was bad, but we're insured. What else is there to tell?
That pilot, was it Jeff Higgins? Was he a regular customer of yours?
Yeah, he rented a lot. Couldn't keep him out of the sky. You know, some guys are golf nuts. Higgins was a flyer.
How well did you know him?
I had a drink with him once. I guess he loved the sauce, you know, maybe a little too much. But he was a hell of a pilot. Hey, he's ace in the war.
All right.
The big war.
Well, did he ever give you any indications that he was into something shaky?
Not at all. Anything else?
What about flight plans? Don't you have to have those?
They're not mandatory.
Why is that?
Well, you only file them for protection. If you get lost, they come looking for you. Otherwise, this is just like renting a car. You only need to be checked out in the plane and a different license.
Howard? Howard!
I'll get it. Okay, you wait here. Look, why don't you go, okay? And I'll wait here for him.
Sam.
No, go on. Go on, will ya? Go on.
school. It was her last year. She was so close to getting her degree.
What about Tammy's parents, Janet?
She didn't have any. She didn't have anyone. That's probably why she got pregnant. And then she went to Mexico to have her baby. Then to sell it. And now she's dead.
Do you have any idea how she made the connection?
I don't know.
Where did she get medical care?
I don't know. She mentioned some clinic on Alamino Street.
That's a pretty long stretch.
I don't know. I don't know exactly where it was.
Do you mind if I have that picture? I mean, we looked through her effects. She didn't even have a driver's license.
She couldn't afford a car.
May I help you?
Yes, I'm with the police department. I'm Sergeant Anderson. I'd like to see the medical records of a girl who might have been a patient here recently.
Yes, certainly. What's her name?
Her last name is Dean. Tammy Dean. She was killed the day before yesterday in a plane crash with 3 other people.
Oh, yes, I read about that. I don't recognize the name. Of course, there were a few who used, aliases.
Yeah. Would this help? This is her picture.
Well, Sergeant, I'm head nurse here, and I know all of the girls, and I've never seen this one before.
How about this one, Marilyn Johansson?
Is she the other girl in the crash?
Yes.
I know I'm no help to you at all, but she's never been here either. I'm sure you've tried other clinics in the area.
A couple so far.
I don't know what to say, except that if I get some information from some of the girls or friends of mine at the other clinics, I'll certainly let you know.
Oh.
I will. May I have your card?
Yes, of course. That'll be a big help.
It's no trouble, believe me.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Jeannie?
Hello. You Miss Lewis?
Yes?
I'm Bill Crowley with the police department. I'm a friend of Sam Doran's. I'd like to talk to you about Valerie. You mind?
All right.
Can I sit down?
Yes.
You see, we're investigating Valerie's death. I thought maybe...
Look, I already told Sam everything I know.
When did you talk to Sam?
Just a while ago.
Where? Here? Was he here?
Yes.
Where's he now?
I took him to see the man who arranged the plane flight for Valerie.
And what happened?
Wasn't there.
Where's Sam now?
Waiting for him. I told him I didn't think it was a
What's
good
the
idea.
address?
1400 Bundine Circle.
5052 requesting black and white assistance, 1400 Bundine Circle.
two choices, Minter. Okay, either you take me to the head peddler or you can take your last breath.
Look, I said it!
Now you gonna take me to your scum friends?
I don't know what you're talking about. Like I'm gonna kill the cop. I am the cop.
Now what is it gonna be? You got a car?
It's out back. Let's move it.
Hey, guys. I'm Sergeant Crowley. Look, here's what's happening. We may have a little trouble in 328. Do me a favor, take the rear here, but if anybody comes out, hold them. Don't shoot anybody. I don't want anybody hurt.
Get it up.
Come on, out you drive.
Sam?
How's Sam?
He's fighting hard. Well, I'm sorry. This is Sergeant Pepper Anderson, Cindy Lewis.
Yes, hi, we met at Val's that time. This is so crazy. Minter said he was helping people, not hurting anyone.
Cindy, how did you get involved in all this?
I'm pregnant. He's married. At first, I looked for an abortion, but Minter talked me out of it. He said he could help me and other people.
How?
He said he knew this agency that could place the baby, give me free medical care, a trip to Mexico. They'd pay all the expenses, and they'd pay me $1,200, which, like most everybody else, I can use. I mean, I know that's a crass way of putting it, but
This agency, what's it called?
Lifeline.
Lifeline?
What do you know about them?
I've heard they place the babies in good homes, couples with money, mainly here in Southern California and in Arizona, Colorado, Nevada. They'll even fly babies anywhere.
What are you doing here? Anybody see you come in?
No, listen. I need help. I gotta get out of here. I just shot a cop.
You what? Are you crazy, man? The heat's crawling all over the place because of the crash.
Look, you gotta get me out of town.
Yeah, I sure do. Come on.
You must appreciate the delicacy of the situation, Phil. We offer a very special kind of service with extremely fragile merchandise. And in the current market conditions, prices bottom out at $10,000. And that's rock bottom. When were you thinking? Excuse me, Phil.
Hernandez is on line 1. He says it's an emergency.
What is it, Ernie?
Yeah, boss, it's Minnery. He killed a cop.
Where is he now?
He's in the storeroom. He wants to get out of town. Okay. Fine.
Now, come on, Phil. Let's breathe some life into this situation,
Is it okay?
Yeah, everything's fine.
Oh, man. I don't care where they put me.
You okay?
I can't tell you how for nearly 4 months I've hated going back to this empty apartment.
Cindy, why didn't Valerie arrange to adopt your baby?
Val and I talked about it, but We were afraid we were too close. And she thought I might want it back someday.
Think that might have happened?
I don't know.
That's how this rotten business gets started. It starts with bewildered, frightened young girls like you, pregnant girls, and can end up with lifelong victims.
I'm not a victim.
Well, maybe you're not. But what about the babies? What about all the babies who can't protect themselves? They're bought and sold, sometimes with less care than livestock. Let's face it, Cindy, the bottom line is it's no different from slavery.
Crawley, yeah. Good, put him on. Pep, come here, I want you to hear this.
Buenas noches, Sergeant Crawley. Lieutenant Garcia here. I have some of the information that you wished.
Fine. Lieutenant, listen, I put you on the speakerphone because I got Sergeant Anderson here. She's listening in. She's working on the case with us.
Fine, fine. First, you were right. Higgins had several drinks at the airport bar before the flight. There were a few people there that could have placed the drug in his drinks. Second, one man recalls that Higgins was seated at the bar with a young woman when he was approached by two other American girls who asked him to take them along.
You mean they just hitched a ride?
Apparently. Their plane was delayed. And since Higgins knew them, he agreed.
Anything else?
There have been rumors about the sale of babies in this area. We will continue to investigate.
Okay, Lieutenant. Thanks very much. We'll be looking forward to hearing from you.
Nos hablamos. Hasta luego, Sergeant Crawley.
Well, looks like we're going to have to build ourselves a bridge between here and Mexicali.
Pepper. Now, picture this. A great-looking couple from Vegas who want to adopt a baby.
Us.
Us.
Okay, so I'm a showgirl from Vegas and you're?
I'm your very rich husband. Let's see. I own motels. Lots of them.
Waterbeds?
Yeah. No, this is a class act.
Okay, so how do we duke ourselves in?
I'll contact Las Vegas PD, get a rundown on one of the agency's fly-by-night operations, get the background, and just try cold duke in.
What about names?
Names. I'm Tom Ralston. You're my wife, Melissa.
Melissa? No, there was one in high school. She got away with football captain. No.
What does Bernice grab you?
Bernice?
Well, when I was captain of the high school football team, Bernice used to grab me.
Bernice. Okay. Bernice.
Mr. Armitage's office?
Mr. Who?
Armitage.
Oh, I must have dialed the wrong number. I wanted the... What is it, Tom?
It's the Lifeline Agency, honey.
The Lifeline Agency.
Who's calling, please?
Are you sure I have the right number? I'm Mrs. Ralston, Bernice Ralston, calling from Las Vegas. And are you sure I didn't dial the wrong...
You have the right office, Miss Ralston.
Oh, it's Mrs.
Is there something that we can do for you?
Yes, we're interested in getting a baby.
I see.
Tom and I hear that you are a placement outfit, agency, right?
Mrs. Ralston, may I ask, by whom were you referred to us?
The Helping Hand people here in Vegas. They say that you help out in situations like this. Couples who are anxious to have a baby.
Yes. We're unique in that we can avoid the usual complications and delays. Of course, we would have to meet with you and Mr. Ralston.
No problem. You can send somebody here anytime you want to, and we'll be glad to talk to them.
I'm afraid it has to be the other way around. We always interview our clients here.
Tommy.
Yeah, honey?
They want us to go see them.
Oh, why is that, honey?
It's their policy, and they're not going to send a baby here.
Well, you tell them I'll fly my plane down there and pick them up myself, honey.
Honey, please.
Oh, I guess so.
Tommy says wonderful.
Good. If you can give me your phone number and address in Las Vegas, Mr. Ralston's occupation, things like that, and when it would be convenient for you to fly out and discuss the details. The head of our agency.
Mr. Armitage, I'm Tom Ralston.
Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Ralston.
Pleasure's mine, sir. This here is Mrs. Ralston.
A real pleasure.
Thank you.
Well, can I make you a drink?
I can go for a little straight scotch.
Well, please, make yourself comfortable.
Honey, one for me, too?
You sure, sweetheart?
Yes.
You know how you get? Better make that 2. Better make hers on the rocks.
Of course. How was your flight?
Bumpy.
Well, perhaps these will help. Let's see, that's 1 straight.
There you go.
And 1 on the rocks.
You make a heck of a bartender there, Mr. Armitage.
Thank you.
Here's to the little mother.
Oh, you're so sweet to me.
Because you're so sweet to me.
Well, how come you're not sweet to me like that, partner?
You got a few things missing, buddy.
Really?
So, when do we get to see them? Where are they?
The babies? Well, they're at a clinic some distance from here. And, of course, there are certain things that we'll have to attend to first, certain screening processes.
There weren't supposed to be any complications.
Well, I'm sure you can understand there are certain
Mr.
problems.
Armitage. How much?
Well, now, that, of course, depends upon your needs.
Well, she wants a kid, and we don't want to screw up her figure.
A boy.
Oh, yeah, it's got to be a boy. And let me tell you something. It's got to be from good stock. No runts or rannies. You know what I mean?
We're very careful.
Uh-huh. How much?
30,000. Half in advance.
Please, honey.
Well, it better be a winner.
I'm sure you'll be very pleased.
Yeah. How soon can you put it together?
I'll begin immediately. Meanwhile, I'll have you driven back to your hotel.
Well, that was short and sweet. Thanks for the drink.
My pleasure.
Listen, do the best you can, all right? I got to get back to Vegas.
Of course.
Come on, Bernie.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Armitage.
Bye.
Thank you.
Honey?
Oh, sorry.
Wow.
They smell good for it, Rita. I want you to handle this personally, while I check them out from top to bottom. Go with them.
Thank you. There you go. Oh, here goes some red.
Good morning.
Hello.
Morning.
Morning.
Great day for a flight, huh?
Yeah, the weather's cleared up very well.
It's like back home.
Hi.
Is that the plane we're flying in?
That's the plane.
Kind of small, isn't it, honey?
Oh, it's a first-class airplane.
Is that the regular plane you use all the time?
That's the one. Yep. Did you bring the envelope, as they say?
Yeah. It's right off the press.
Brand new, fresh, crisp $100 bills.
Very impressive.
Yeah, well, I don't mess around.
Neither do we. Miss Vaughn will go with you and make sure that your trip is both pleasant and rewarding. Have a pleasant flight.
Okay, thanks very much.
Oh, Ernie! Let's get this very good project off the ground.
Shall we go?
This is a regular plane you use, huh?
We're lucky to have Ernie on this flight. He's from Baja California and knows the area thoroughly.
Yes, but can he fly?
Ah, they're coming after all.
Who was that?
Our chief nurse and 2 of our expected mothers. They'll be traveling with us.
have to get off my feet. Help me into the plane, will you?
Watch your head, babe. What's the matter, baby?
Bride is a head nurse from one of the clinics. She can blow this whole thing.
You get your dark glasses?
Yeah. Here.
Do that.
Oh, hi, Rita.
Hello.
Mary, Helen.
Hello,
Come on.
girl.
I want you to get on board now. You're going to have a great trip. Everything is going to be just fine. You hear? We got to take good care of them, Rita.
Of course. Oh, Mrs. Harris, this is Mr. Ralston. Girls.
I'm happy to know you, Mr.
Nice to know
Ralston.
you.
Was that your wife I saw just getting on the plane?
Yes, ma'am. Why?
Because no matter whichever baby she chooses, I know she's going to be very pleased. And if she's not, I'll hear from her as soon as you both get back.
Aren't you going with us?
Me? Oh, no, I'm scared to death of anything smaller than a 747.
That's too bad. It's nice meeting you.
You'll be on your way just as soon as I get this luggage on board.
Here, let me take care of that for you.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Believe me, it's my pleasure, man.
You have a nice trip.
These prices, it better be. It's a nice lady.
Oh, I'm sorry I didn't get to meet her.
Me too.
Everybody comfortable?
We're all ready.
Air detection, please.
Well, I'll have to give the feds credit. They got a good set of mechanical ears.
Give me the radar room, please. Lieutenant Garcia, about how far south is it effective? Oh, we could track them to Panama if we have to.
Hello?
Hello? This is Lieutenant Garcia in Mexicali.
Yes, Lieutenant, this is radar in San Diego. We expect the transfer in about 20 minutes.
What do you have on our surveillance aircraft?
If they're heading south, we'll give them to you as soon as they get south of the border.
Right. Well, we can expect a transfer to San Diego Center in about 20 minutes.
Muy bien.
And it won't be long now, gentlemen. Radar shows him southbound. LAX Center will transfer them to us just west of San Clemente. And then we will know this place where they sell babies.
Oh.
Hey. Hey, well, this is nice.
Oh, it's good to be back on the ground.
Yeah.
Are you feeling better?
Oh, yeah.
Are you, honey? How's that flat little tummy? Not queasy?
Well, we're lucky, you know, we had such a smooth flight. Sometimes coming over the hills, it's really very bumpy.
Oh, yeah?
Well, it was pretty bumpy that time. But I'm all right.
I'll show you your accommodations.
Miss Vaughn.
Yes.
May I speak to you for just a moment, please?
Of course.
Please, forgive me.
Why don't you folks wait for me inside?
We'll do that.
Yes, ma'am.
I think Alice would top 8.5 on the breathalyzer.
She must know the pilot.
Only way to fly. Hello.
How are you?
Radar reports the plane has landed at these coordinates, in this vicinity. That's about a 20-mile area.
Well, that sure narrows it down.
My pilot and I know it very well. We will find it.
He sure takes his time.
He's a very busy man.
Well, so is Tom.
Honey,
and
if the man is busy, the man is busy. So cool.
I'm sorry to have kept you waiting. I'm Dr. Winehouse, chief of the medical staff here.
Doctor, this is Mr.
Dr.
Ralston.
Winehouse, I'm Tom Ralston.
It's a pleasure. I hope your accommodations are comfortable.
They're fine. This here is Mrs. Ralston.
Pleasure.
Bernice. My name is Bernice.
As I explained, they're interested in getting a very special baby.
Well, the best way to select one is with your heart.
Well, what do you say, Bernie? You get the pick of the litter.
Well, honey, my heart just doesn't see anything I like. They all kind of look like prunes.
Huh? What do you say, Doc? Is this it?
Well, it takes about 2 weeks for him to fill out and have that beautiful look that we're all so used to.
But 2 of our girls are due tonight, or tomorrow.
Good. We'll see how well they do.
But you must understand, Mrs. Ralston, all newborns look pretty much alike.
Well, you must understand, Miss Vaughn. My wife just doesn't want any of these. So we'll wait around for the right little fellow, okay?
That's right. What could we do around here? I feel like a burrito, honey. Or are there some sights we could see?
What is there to see, Doc?
Well, perhaps you'd like to see our beach. It's lovely.
Could we, honey?
Yeah, we can go walk on the beach.
Alice, would you?
Yes. Let me show you the way. Please follow me.
Thanks, Doc.
See you later.
Okay, hotshot. Now that we got rid of the nursey, You want to tell me what all that eyeballing was about between you and the doctor?
Yeah, I'll tell you. The doctor and I know each other. He hasn't placed me yet, but he's working on it. Big surprise. He's a wholesale butcher who got his license yanked about 6 years ago. Had an abortion clinic in the valley, and quite a few of his patients died.
And you helped nail him.
Small world, huh?
I hope it's small enough for Pete and Joe to find us.
Mr. Ralston, Mrs. Ralston.
Yeah.
The doctor wanted me to tell you.
Oh, one of the girls is having the baby?
No, not yet. We gotta let nature take its time. But he was worried about you being bored, you know. He didn't want that to happen, seeing how important you are. He thought maybe you and the missus would like to go out on a boat and see the bay.
Yeah, sure, that sounds good.
All right, let's.
Okay, follow me.
Darling.
It's beautiful out here, isn't it?
Yeah, just like in movies. Ah, the wind, the sky, the spray ruining my hair again.
The sharks?
What?
These waters are full of sharks.
Oh, you're kidding.
I'm not kidding.
He smiles like one.
I'm just glad Dr. Frankenstein didn't recognize you.
Maybe I'm not that memorable.
I'd be very embarrassed to have you think that, Sergeant Anderson. You're most memorable. Even after these many years, 6, isn't it? 6 very long years. But that's unpleasant reminiscence. Unfortunately, you've intruded into my exile. Prosperous, but sometimes lonely exile. Now, I'd appreciate it if you'd turn around. Now, turn around. Walk. Don't stop.
Go right at him. Drop down as quick as you can and go right at him, man.
Uno se cayó al agua.
Looks all right now.
Kind of pretty here. Sam, I didn't tell you. We found Miller's body washed up on the beach. Listen, I know it's no consolation to you, but we got an airtight case against the rest of these guys. For sure.
Bill, you and Pepper, at least it'll happen that much less.
Let's hope so.
Thanks.
It's a hell of a problem.
How are you feeling?
Okay.
Have you made a decision yet?
No. He made it for me. He kicked for the first time today.
Do you want to get out of my chair, Hunky?
Make me, Motor Mouth.
They busted her? They busted her. Now, you better tell that little dictator that I want my bread back.
You set it up.
You're coming on kind of heavy, ain't you?
The heaviest, Cora.
Maybe it'll be you ends up dead.
Oh, just in time.
Do I have to?
Be my guest. You can brew it yourself.
Pepper, I like everything you make, including your coffee.
You look like Socrates about to polish off his hemlock.
Socrates, huh? Isn't that the guy you used to make coffee for up in R&I?
Hey, watch it!
Oh, I'm sorry, Pep. Were these yours? Yeah. Yeah, Captain. Sure. Oh, but yeah, okay. How's a half hour? Good, I'll see you then. It's Millie.
Did
What's
you
this-
know that these were new?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll tell you what, I'll get you another pair.
I don't want another pair. I want these. They're from France. I paid $37 for them, plus tax.
You're kidding. That's ridiculous. Pepper, I said it, okay? If I'm anything, I'm a man of my word. I'll buy you another pair.
$37.
Plus tax.
Carlos Ruminez, former colonel, Cuban Secret Service, and today, one of Mr. Castro's least favorite exiles, and probably the wealthiest on the West Coast. According to one of our snitches, it's Rubenez's junk that finds its way into the Women's County Jail.
That's pretty small potatoes, considering his wealth, isn't it, Captain? I mean, how much could he net? Maybe $1 grand or $2 a month?
He's a major source. And our best guess is that his people take care of those inside and use them for mules when they get out.
When do I get booked into jail?
Not you. I want you and Crowley to concentrate on Ruminez. Now, we got another girl that's going to work undercover in the jail. She should be here any
You better
minute.
be a good actress. That's tough in there.
We're lining up some intelligence on the organization right now, especially on one of the colonel's nephews. He's reportedly in on this. Lover boy type, as they say. Even the uncle is still quite a ladies' man. Maybe you or our gal will come up with enough to tie them both together. Yeah. Send her in. Here she is now.
Hi, sorry I got held up. Hi, Pepper.
Bessie.
Officer Bessie Dowling, Sergeant Crowley.
Hi.
Pleased to meet you.
And obviously, you know Sergeant Anderson.
This is the girl you're sending in on that kind of an assignment?
I volunteered, Pepper. It's already made up. I mean, I'm gonna cop to shoplifting beef and do 30 days.
They'll figure out in 10 minutes that she's a cop. Captain, you can't send in somebody green like this.
Wait a minute, Bessie. Have you ever been in jail?
Almost.
Now, I don't know what almost means. I mean, just yes or no. Have you ever been locked up in a jail?
No. Thanks to Sergeant Anderson.
Yeah, I got her off the hook a couple years ago.
Yeah, she's the reason I became a cop. She talked me into it.
Bessie, this is too tough. You need experience before you do something like this.
I can handle it. I know I can handle it.
I think she can, too. And anyway, the decision's been made, and she's it. Pasa, viejo. Ve bien, ve bien. Va bien, va bien. Y mira para allá.
So, how things happening?
Well, we shall have it cut back on the streets by the morning. And by the way, I set aside a consignment for your lady friend at County.
Uh-huh. Well, that's pleasant news to tell her when I see her. In exactly 40 minutes.
Uncle Carlos, one moment, please. I have a question. When are you going to...
Give you more responsibility. When I think you're ready.
Okay, girls.
The new Bibles are here, Miss Oaken.
Well done, thou good and faithful servant.
I believe that's St. Matthew's.
It is, verse 25. You know, Cora, sometimes you really amaze me.
Oh, that was my mama, Miss Oaken. She was always spouting, quoting from the good book.
I wish mine had. Maybe I wouldn't be in here now. Well, babe, you are in here. Now, remember, I was in here for a long year. First an inmate, then a trustee, right? Well, girls, you see, the main thing is that while you're in here, you learn to pray, to believe. Then you realize that when you get out, there's a beautiful world waiting for you. Not the emptiness we came in from.
Is it all right if I take my Bible with me now, Miss Oaken?
Of course, Cora.
Who's the new fish?
Oh, Cora, Bessie.
Hello.
Cora's a trustee. She'll help you learn the ropes. Now, here's your own private room. You keep your nose clean and obey the rules.
Hey, Bill. Miller just sent this down. Name's Armando Gomez.
It's Colonel's nephew. Who laid that on you?
Sergeant E. Baird, the New Orleans Police Department. They busted some guy named Frankie Alva with a couple of OZs. Claims he was dealing for Gomez last summer.
Give me a complete background on these two. Make it fast, will you?
Got it.
Like we always do.
Hey, I heard you've been holding.
What?
I asked around.
And?
Every finger pointed to you.
Get lost. Hey, babe. Did you notice one extra deputy on the floor?
So what?
I don't know. It just seems like she's looking or searching for something.
No. Think so?
How well do you know New Orleans?
Oh, we used to lay over there when I was still flying. You know, sometimes I miss being a stewardess.
Yeah, well, now you're from there. This is your Louisiana driver's license.
Eve Rondo. How come I know it was Eve? Oh, well, it's a nice name.
Yeah, well, it doesn't even touch Cajun Lamont.
Cajun Lamont?
That's me. That's my, that's Cajun's itinerary. Notice how he loves to go to the track every afternoon?
And on the rail, driving into the turn, it's $1 million on the rail. Mr. Macy's second on the inside, coming up fast is Tossed Salad. Out of the turn, heading for home. It's Mr. Maybe by a length. Tossed Salad moving up fast, and here comes Larry. Mr. Maybe and Tossed Salad are neck and neck. Larry
all dead last?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna make it up on the next one. I got me a hot tip on Brazen Lady. Yeah, let's put you here.
The third race is now official.
With your permission, may I offer a word of advice? Brazen Lady's a quitter. She'll run a fast 6 furlongs, and then she will die like a dog in a stretch.
But my friend got a hot tip on him. I guess you heard.
Yes, I did. My friend has a hot tip, and I'll give it to you. The coco. Aspirations out of salty dam.
Oh. Oh, well, how much should I bet on it?
Oh, nothing. I'll do it for you. $100. And if you lose, it's on me. By the way, the name's Money.
I'm Eve Rondo.
And out of the turn, the Coco running strong. And it's Brazen Lady and Susan Isle neck and neck. Brazen Lady up front, the Coco moving up fast under the whip. It's the Coco and Brazen Lady. Brazen Lady and the Coco from the outside. It's the Coco. The Coco running. Second Brazen Lady. Third Queen of the Nile.
They don't try to charge me with the bath I just took. What's the matter with you, honey?
I had Coco on the nose. That's a $100 ticket.
What'd you do, stick a pin in the program?
No, that, this gentleman touted me on him. I think we ought to buy him a drink. Cajun. Sir?
Fine.
Oh, Cajun? Oh, I met him at a party. He brought me out here on this trip as a present. And here I am.
He certainly has good taste.
Yeah. He gives me lots of presents. As a matter of fact,
You know something? I'm more interested in you.
I'm more interested in money, and my friend has lots of it.
Well, as far as that green stuff goes, I also have an unlimited supply.
You?
It's no good. Some punk keeps answering the phone and refuses to put me through to the colonel.
Would that colonel be Carlos Rubena?
Just what business is that of yours?
He's my uncle.
He's your uncle?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that I have been trying for 2 weeks to get in touch with that man?
Well, it can be arranged for a slight consideration.
What consideration?
$1,500. My uncle will require some references. You have some friends maybe in New Orleans?
Listen, I got a lot of friends in New Orleans. What kind of friends are you interested in?
Friends who conduct business discreetly.
Frankie Allen?
Well, it certainly has been a pleasure.
Mine too.
Where'd you slip?
My phone number with a message. And I've got one for you, Crowley. These glasses are more from El Segundo than Paris.
What if your friend wears Cuban heels?
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found. Was blind, but now I see.
That was beautiful, girls. Now let's see if we can do just as well in the next one.
You keep this up and they'll be giving a concert someplace. You're doing a terrific job.
Miss Evans, you're heating things up. Get the extra deputy off the floor. Signed, Bessie. Stick around. I got what you've been asking around for.
Hey, what'd you do that for?
I just wanted to hear the new lyrics.
Lyrics? What lyrics?
Bessie had a little pig, and only this I know, that everywhere that Bessie went, the pig was sure to go.
Cora!
Shut up.
Dear God. What happened? I don't know. Call homicide detectives.
Yeah, Pete, we're still at the motel waiting for Mondo Gomez. I don't know. Why don't you handle it from there? I'll be in touch with homicide, okay? Yeah. All right, guys, we'll team up with the sheriff's homicide. It'll appear to be a low-key investigation, handled just like an ordinary inmate's death.
Except she wasn't an inmate. She was an inexperienced police officer who didn't belong there, and you and I both knew it.
But you didn't give her this assignment, Pepper.
I pulled her out of juvenile hall.
What was she doing in juvenile hall in the first place? She was a shoplifter, right?
She was a kid, just a kid.
The kid was a shoplifter. You took her off the street, you got her into a foster home. You helped shape her into a worthwhile human being. Okay, the kid's dead. But that's not your fault, and that's not my fault. That's the way it is.
You're right. I'm sorry, you're right.
Yeah, it's Mondo. How much time do you need?
I'm ready.
The horses are standing in the gap. They're off, and it's Son of Bitch racing to the front. Sir Nobody and Chocolate Charlie running strong.
It's very private. Has this high hedge all around the patio. The pool is very warm. You can swim in it nude if you like. How does it sound?
Oh, refreshing.
Well, how about a little refreshment after lunch?
I'd love to, under different circumstances.
What does that mean?
Cajun. He's paying me.
Well, it isn't a 24-hour-a-day job, is it?
He thinks it is. Why, he'd have a spit hissy if he even found out I was having lunch with you.
Look, are you going back to New Orleans with him or not?
No way. I love it here, the track, the swimming pools, the people.
When is he leaving?
Well, that's the trouble. If your colonel won't deal, he'll have to look for another connection. It could take weeks.
Hours. Your friend. He'll be on his way back to New Orleans in hours. Plenty of time for a midnight swim. You tell him to call me, and I'll set up the deal.
But will Rubinez approve? Is that his name?
Mm-hmm, that's his name. Take my word for it, baby. Lamont will be on a plane by 10 p.m. Mission accomplished. Okay?
Okay. 12Y50 to all units proceeding west on Elm. I hope I'm coming through loud and clear.
What's this?
We're being tailed by a light blue Mercury. Vehicle passing us, overtaking us. Driver is Gomez. He's pulling over 1600 block. Stay clear.
Okay, so where's the money?
It's all there, 30,000.
You don't mind, do you? Okay, you'll stay here. Lady goes with me. Come on.
No, where this bread goes, I go.
Well, I don't think you understand. I just gave you the game plan. We either play that way or we don't play at all.
No, I've shown you mine. You show me yours.
All right. I take Miss Rondeau. She sees it, and she brings it back here. Then you and she split. The whole thing will take 20 minutes tops. What's the problem?
The problem is I don't like it. No, you just take me with you.
No way. She goes or the whole deal is off.
It's all right, Cajun. I'll go.
Good.
You just take good care of this money.
He's a real charmer, this boy. Cares much more about his money than he does about you, huh?
Money's what makes it all happen, good buddy.
Where are we going, handsome?
You'll see. You'll see.
You said 20 minutes. It can't be Palm Springs.
Oh, it isn't.
Y52, we just lost them in the area of Mulberry and Dexter. Alert Air 1 to search for light blue mercury.
See that last well over there? You walk to it, then you stop and wait. They'll find you, you'll get your kilo.
Oh, come on. You think I'm that dumb? Now, how do I know it's there?
You take my word for it, it will be there, okay?
How am I ever going to get back to Cajun? I mean, you're going to leave me smack in the middle of an oil field?
Will you take it easy and relax, please? My friends will bring you back, okay?
Did you get that? 12I-52 to all units. Did you get that probable location? Billings Oil Field. Code 3.
After you deliver the stuff, come home to me. We're waiting up for you. Waiting real bad.
Hey, Mondo's got the money.
Just making sure you're not healed, that's all.
I'm not. Where's the stuff? How do I know what's in here? I'm gonna test it.
What's it supposed to smell like?
Not like baby powder.
Police, Penguin! Relax, man. I only know it. You all right?
Yeah. Oh, man.
You sure?
Yeah.
Did you get the stuff?
It's in my purse, Ted.
Good. They put the cuffs on before they come over the hill.
You're not supposed to run so fast.
You out of shape, kid. Come on.
No snitch, kid!
Come on.
Oh, lay off me, man. Where are we going?
Going to the ambulance.
I'm not hurt.
Just come on back here.
I'm not going anywhere.
Shut up and get in here.
Somebody mind taking these off me?
I thought you were beginning to like them.
Yeah.
You talking about going down rotten? Guy just waltzes right off with that 30,000.
Yeah.
Well, anybody want to tell me what I do next?
You all want to take the outside, I'll work the inside?
You thinking about going into that jail?
I hate to, but why not? I mean, it's a perfect cover. I just got busted.
They make you end up on a slab.
Yeah, sure.
Put her cuffs back on her.
Uncle Carlos, what are you doing?
You had to do it, huh? Even though I told you I didn't trust those two.
What do you mean, didn't trust them? Believe me, it went smooth like good rum.
Like good rum. Oh, you stupid. They were police. It was a stakeout. 2 of my men are in custody.
What?
Where's the money?
It's over here.
Well, get it, get it.
All right.
Luis, out the back way.
Un momentito, Uncle Carlos. What about me? What should I do?
You ask me, whose orders you disobey? Nephew, you're on your own now.
I'm tired. I've already had a bath today.
So now you'll take a shower. Make sure you're really clean.
That's what I like, a lot of privacy.
Privacy. Wait till you wait till tomorrow's wall-to-wall shutdown. Don't take all night, Rhonda.
So slow at the airport tonight.
Look, I don't have time. Hey!
Time.
It's coming down here.
Where's my 30,000? Huh? Who's got my 30,000? Now you tell your people I want my 30,000 and I want it now.
My people, the way they got it figured, they're either a snitch or a narc.
I played it back over and over, Mondo, and the way I got it figured, you're the only one who could have brought the cops to my front door. I heard you check me out with Frankie Alva in New Orleans, right?
Yeah. Well, that didn't help either because Frankie Alva's in custody.
Somebody switched me off, man. Now I'm out 30,000 bucks. You ain't out nothing.
But just wait a minute. That girlfriend of yours, Eve, what about her?
What about her? They got her locked up on a possession for sale beef.
What? They busted her?
They busted her. What's worse than that, man? They got my dope. Now you better tell that little dictator that I want my bread back. Or my friend just liable to roll over, you know what I mean?
Look, I don't have it, man.
Then you better get it, man.
Wait a minute. How much is her bail?
25,000.
You're covered. We'll take care of your merchandise loss and we'll go your friend's bail, okay?
Mondo, you got till tomorrow night to get all this worked out. Tomorrow night. And you'll find out what New Orleans jazz is all about.
And who among you is saved? Cora, let's hear your story. Loud and clear, stand up.
Well, it was when I finally realized that committing a crime is like committing a crime against yourself.
And didn't that bring you closer to the Lord?
Oh, yes, yes.
Eve Rondeau?
Yes.
Oh, go put your street clothes on. 2 men are here to take you to the DA's office.
The DA? Well, I don't have to talk to him without my attorney there, do I?
Well, no, Eve, I don't think so.
You'll be represented by the public defender.
Well, unless it's Raymond Burr, I'll stick with the one I got. Darling, I got me a man on the outside, Cajun Lamont, who's with an attorney even as we speak. The DA will have to talk with him.
Eve, don't you think it would be wise to cooperate with the authorities?
I know you mean well, but my man's a real heavyweight. He's going to take care of me.
It's Carlos Rubens, I bet. You know, the word's out that you were busted dealing with him.
Let's just say you pronounce his name very well.
So she's stonewalling it, huh?
Well, you checked it out with your lady friend inside, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe I was wrong about those two.
There's no maybes about it.
Oh, yes, there are. Many. Such as maybe Frankie Alba could vouch for them. Except he's in the custody of the New Orleans police. Now, I don't like that. Besides, our involvement with them has been nothing but trouble.
What are you going to do, Uncle Carlos?
I want to conclude this matter efficiently and cheaply.
Hey, so far, it hasn't cost you 1 cent.
And it isn't going to. I'll meet this Lamont tonight.
Perfect. I'll set it up.
No, Luis will set it up.
I will set it up.
Hi, Jason. Why don't you sit here with me? No, this chair's fine, thanks. Yeah, but that's Cora's chair. This was Cora's chair, but now it's mine.
Hey, put on the wetback music.
I did. And it's Mexican music.
Do you want to get out of my chair, Hunky?
Make me, Motor Mouth. Okay, what's going on? Well, we were discussing politics, right, Cora?
That's right, Miss Howard.
I'm just telling you to obey the rules. And things become rather lonely here when you're isolated from the other girls.
Now, what's your problem, Cora?
Coolly, Cora, you picked the wrong girl.
I can take her.
But can you take her outside muscle? It's Rubenez.
Are you wired, Mr. Lamont?
Oh, are you wired, Colonel?
No, I'm not.
Why don't we just stop the car? Maybe we should stop the car and search each other. What do you say?
That won't be necessary. No, a little Mozart will solve all our problems.
Can you turn it down a little bit?
Too loud, huh? All right. How's that?
That's fine.
Now tell me, your associates in New Orleans, will they pay your lady's bail?
It's my lady and your nephew who are in the suit, not my associates.
I see. Will they put up $30,000 for an extra kilo of heroin?
I love the way you refer to it as an extra kilo. I haven't seen the first one yet, Colonel.
Well, I mean the extra plus the one we owe you. You see, if I am to take a loss, I would prefer it to be in goods, not cash.
You mean if my associates come through with another 30,000, you'll come up with 2 kilos, right?
That's it.
All right. Yeah, I think they'll buy that.
Okay.
But, Colonel, I'm not going through another trick bag. I mean, if we play, we go hand in hand, you understand me?
All right. Let's make it simple. After you bail out Miss Rondo, go over to my nephew's apartment. Bring her along. I'd like to meet her. I've heard good things.
I just bet you have.
Uncle Carlos, I'm sorry this is going to cost you money.
Luis, tell him.
A couple of hitmen, that's what's gonna take, baby.
The reception must have been murder, eh?
Not if you dig Mozart, my friend. That was eine kleine Nachtmusik.
case you're interested.
Did you get that?
Jawohl.
We're gonna rap.
So rap.
I'm taking over the junkyard in this storm.
Or else what?
Or else you go to sleep one night and you don't wake up.
I don't get it. I mean, you're not even gonna be in here that long. All this big talk about your lawyers bringing you.
Yeah, well, me and my big mouth, things have been falling through for me lawyer-wise. My boyfriend has split, last I heard. Now, I'm not unreasonable. I'll keep you on as my mule, and you get a cut.
You're crazy. I mean, I'm just a working girl in here. I'll have to check with my people.
I'll meet with him. You set it up.
Only if he wants to.
You convince him it's to his advantage.
You're coming on kind of heavy, ain't you?
The heaviest, Cora. I control the action, or there isn't going to be any action. Now, you tell your man that. Somebody in here is connected to Rubenez. Whoever it is, I want in $25,000 worth, or you're dead.
I'll tell him. Maybe it'll be you ends up dead. Anything's possible around here, or haven't you found that out?
Well?
The man blew his stack. He actually called me a snitch.
A snitch? Look, don't play cute with me. I want to know what's happening.
Oh, I think he'll give you a try.
Yeah?
Pick up some junk we got stashed.
Where?
I'll show you when we go for the supplies.
Get back! Get an ambulance! Cora. Cora. Cora.
She didn't believe me.
Who? Cora, who?
Sweet Jesus. Forgive me for what I did to that poor little girl.
Who? Bessie? Cora. Cora, get that ambulance!
I asked you, Miss Rondo, how did that grenade get there? Miss Rondo, less than 10 minutes ago, a man named Lamont posted your bail with Judge Seeley. Now, you'll tell us all you know about this affair, or I'll have that bail rescinded.
Not in front of them.
You really don't know, Sergeant Anderson?
I have no idea, Miss Evans. What do you think?
I don't know. I just don't know.
Ready?
Ready. Any news about Cora?
Well, she may pull through. The doctors are working on her.
So,
Ruth, look at these. And this.
How about that?
bye, Sarah.
Oh, hello, Eve. I hear you're leaving us.
How's Cora?
Well, with God's help, I think she'll make it.
I've been bailed out.
Will God be with you and help you?
By Carlos Rubenez's lawyer. Listen to this. You're to go to Mondo's house and call him from there at 5 o'clock this afternoon.
Mondo, Rubenez. Eve, I'm sorry, but I don't have the faintest idea what you're talking about.
That's the message. Don't try to tell me that you haven't served with the colonel at times. He told me so himself. He really thinks you're something special. So do I. I really admire how you handle things. Play nice.
Oh, come on. Let's face it, you haven't got a thing on her, right? I mean, all you got's a hunch.
That's it, a hunch. And that Bible.
What happens if she doesn't show?
Then my hunch is wrong. It's happened before.
Yeah, this is Mr. Lamont in 169. I get any messages down there?
Luis, no me está gustando esto, viejo, ¿sabes?
Oye, siéntate y cógelo suave.
Ok, está bien, me quito.
Looks like your hunch is wrong.
Well, I'll give her another 10 minutes. If she doesn't show, then we'll make our entrance.
It's 12-50 to all units. We're pushing X hour back by 10 minutes. All units stand by.
Spills?
To all units. Female who just entered the house is Sarah Oaken. Pepper and I will enter in 5 minutes. All right, let's try the Fargo.
Testing.
You're coming through. Clear it down.
What is it about any? I don't know about any phone calls.
Look, he sent the message through Yves Rondeau. Listen, just let me call him, okay?
No, hell no. I do the calling.
Hey, take it easy, viejo.
Mr. Rubenes.
See? I sent her no such message. If I wanted to see it, it would be here, wouldn't it? I was right the first time. Those two are narcs. Trouble, yes, but they have nothing on us. Only on my nephew and the girl.
So what should I do, Colonel?
Luis, the good book says, if thy left eye offend thee, plug it out. The lovely Sarah will interpret that for you, if you don't understand.
¿Qué pasa, Luis? Anything wrong?
No, todito está cool.
Okay.
Mando, gentlemen, we are going for a ride. The four of us. To the back. Move.
A ride to where?
A ride to the back.
Hermano!
Let's go.
Hey, please! All right, nice and easy. Put him down. Put him down! All right, let's secure that apartment. Come on, over here. Secure that apartment.
What do you think?
Yeah, he'll make it. This kind usually does. You little whippersnapper. That was good. Pep just got a terrific story. You hear it?
No.
Come on, Pep. It's a good start.
Yeah, it was a great bust, too. All we got was a couple of mules.
We got us a killer.
Rubenez and his kind are the real killers.
The DA thinks we got quite a conspiracy case going there.
Well, I'm not too impressed with his batting average either. I wouldn't bet on it.
Well, it was a good bust.
Was it? Was it worth the life of a kid who might have made a good cop, given half a chance? Might have had a great life? Was her death worth what we accomplished?
Pepper, it was a good bust.
It's a rotten business. Good night, Phil.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah, no, just... See you later. Yeah.
Did I go?
Yeah. Pepper? Come in for a minute. I got something for you, finally.
What do you mean?
I finally got your sunglasses.
Oh, you didn't have to.
No. I got to tell you, they're not exactly the same. They're not the exact same pair because they were all sold out of those.
Okay.
But at least, well, at least they're French. What do you think?
I never realized that.
Never realized what?
That they made French sunglasses in Hackensack, New Jersey.
Well, at least that's closer to Paris than El Segundo.
Well, thanks very much.
Go ahead, put them on. Let's see how they look.
Yeah.
Sensational.
Yeah?
Yeah. Really, very good for
For how much?
31 clams.
$14.95, including tax.
Tina, you're absolutely amazing. You're like a walking consumer's guide.
Mm-hmm. Thanks. I really do like them. I really do. They're really nice. Thanks.
Get a good night's sleep.
You too. Good night.
I think we're dealing with terrorists.
They just gave me 48 hours. After that, they're gonna send me her right hand.
What's the matter?
Pepper, I found a lump in my breast.
10 out of 36. Avoid any gunfire. Just stay with them.
Bye-bye.
Oh, will you be home a little early tonight?
I don't know. I've got a 5 o'clock board meeting to discuss that merger.
5 o'clock.
Mm-hmm. Why?
What about the dinner party?
What? Oh, your mother. Don't lady college chancellors ever get tired of cooking?
Oh, the lady likes to cook and entertain. And besides, she's very fond of you.
I'm fond of her. Oh, Joss, I'm sorry, darling. It just slipped my mind. You know how important all this stuff is.
No, Paige. I don't know what's important to you anymore. I mean, we never spent any time together.
Joss.
Well, you canceled our last vacation because of, what was it? I bet you can't even remember.
The government conference on geothermal energy. How about that, huh?
You're terrific, you know?
Uh-huh.
It's no wonder you're a board chairman. I mean, you can remember some stupid conference that took place 2 years ago.
Look, if the meeting runs late, Helen will call you, and I'll just meet you there, okay? Come on, I'm late. Bye-bye.
Goodbye. You forgot something else, Paige. Our 10th wedding anniversary. It was Tuesday.
Morning. You know something? I think you drink too much of this stuff. I think it's the caffeine. Gets you so wired I can't stop you from talking. Ever notice that? I have been wanting to tell you something, but I've been waiting for the appropriate time. I'm pregnant.
Get Joe and Pete on the radio. Tell them I want to see them right away.
Good morning. City Council budget cuts. Effective immediately, 1 investigator position will be cut from the Criminal Conspiracy Unit. That's us.
What does this mean?
It means that effective 0900 today, either Pete or Joe will be reassigned.
Wait a minute, mister.
Look, yes, I'll be home for dinner if we don't get hung up on a case. Now, you see, I read you like a book.
Yeah, just like a book.
Is everything all right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, don't worry about the bills. They're going to get paid anyway, okay?
No, everything's okay. It's just... Well, you've been working late every night this week. I need somebody to talk to other than the kids. Okay?
Hey, Joe, come on, man. I hate to be rude, but, you know how I hate to be late. Bill's been on the phone twice already.
Just a minute, will you please? Thank you.
Why don't you get going before somebody runs away with the city?
You're beautiful.
Listen, we got your wife.
You what? Who is this?
She'll be returned unharmed if you do exactly as we say. We want $2.5 million, and we'll call you
All right.
when you're...
Let me talk to her. Put her on the phone, now.
Shut up and listen, huh? No cops. You go to the police or the FBI, and we're gonna know. So no cops.
Now, wait a minute. Let me talk to her. Put her on the phone. No, don't hit.
I guess that boils down to either Joe or me finding a spot.
When?
That damn thing says effective immediately. I'm supposed to notify personnel by 10 this morning.
How can you find a spot? I mean, in 2 hours, it's nuts.
I'm not going to argue with you. I checked personnel. There's one opening. Night watch desk and auto theft.
I'm your man, Bill. Really. I always wanted to have a little experience in auto theft. And besides, I can use a change.
Oh, kill the nobility. We'll flip for it, all right? What do you got, tails? Straight heads.
Tails.
Call it. Well, that takes care of that.
Hello? Hello? Somebody please answer me! Please?
Yeah, what do you want?
Please, I'm cold. May I have my jacket?
No way, lady.
Oh, please. Please, a blanket, anything. I don't care.
Okay, okay.
I told you to watch her!
I was! Besides, she wasn't gonna go too far.
Paige, I've known you and your wife since you were in college. There's no one at this table that is more concerned for her safety than I am. But we cannot go on with the demands of these terrorists. First it was Rex's daughter in Houston. Now Jocelyn. Tomorrow, who knows? It's immoral. We've got to call in the police. These people have to be apprehended.
To the board members who don't know, this is Harry Triplett. He's with the Administrative Protection Services. Harry, tell us how you handled the Houston kidnapping.
Well, it went down very simply. If a kidnapping can be simple. We put the ransom in a motel room. They picked, and 4 hours later, the victim was released.
Well, do you feel these are the same people? And what's your thinking? Should we call in the police this time?
And yes, they are the same people. South Americans, probably Venezuelans. At least their MO is the same, very much so. As far as calling in the police is concerned, well, that becomes a matter of priority. If your first concern is for the safety of Mrs. Westmore, then I'd count them out. Or as the police are programmed toward one thing, apprehension.
Yes. Hello.
Paige.
Joss. Joss. Yeah. Honey, we're...
Paige, I'm scared. You've got to help me. They'll kill me. I know they will.
Listen, sweetheart. Just calm down and do whatever they want.
Paige, please give them anything they want.
Honey, please, sweetheart. Just do whatever they say. Honey, I'll get you out of there. I promise. I will find a way to get you out of there. Now listen.
Westmore, that's all you get for now. 48 hours. No money. You get her hand.
You go on and talk about merger and talk about what the stockholders will think. Because I don't give a damn about this company, not a damn. They just gave me 48 hours to come up with that money. After that, they're gonna send me her right hand.
At first, I suspected they had a fight. Jocelyn's a healthy, athletic woman. And Paige, he's like most successful businessmen. He sometimes neglects his family life. His priorities become confused.
Did Mr. Westmore say anything at all about your daughter last night other than that she had the flu?
Nothing.
Mrs. Davis, is it your feeling that he intends to pay this ransom without notifying the authorities?
Sergeant, my daughter is their second victim. I'm positive.
How do you know that?
Well, earlier this year in Houston, they abducted the 12-year-old daughter of one of Tri-Continent's executives.
And she was released unharmed?
After they'd paid $750,000.
You mean they never notified the police?
That's correct. I'm told Tri-Continent retains a company, Administrative Protection Services. They negotiated her release and delivered the ransom.
Mrs. Davis, if your son-in-law didn't inform you of this abduction, just how did you obtain this information?
Well, John Meade, he's on the board of directors. A very dear old friend called this morning. He told me everything.
Look, I don't care what your informant says. My wife is vacationing in Hawaii. We had a little fight. She wanted to get away.
Mr. Westmore, you might as well level with us. You see, we know all about that kidnapping in Texas. Only now they've got your wife. She's an adult. She can identify her abductors, which means that they may not be able to release her no matter what you give them.
Look, these people that we're dealing with are terrorists. Do you know what that means? Hmm?
Yes, but we need...
Do you? Look at that hand. You're kind of used to it, aren't you? How would you like to go through life -1? They have threatened to cut off my wife's hand, or both of them, if anything, I repeat, anything goes wrong. Now, do you understand what that means?
Mr. Westmore, what happens when their demands become so outrageous they can no longer be met? These people have to be stopped someplace. You may not get a second chance.
I haven't been contacted since yesterday.
What were your instructions?
To raise the money.
How much?
$2.5 million. I was to give it to the chauffeur and he'd make the delivery.
Why the chauffeur?
I don't know. I mean, they're smart. They know he's used to taking orders. He'll do as he's told.
Could we talk to your driver?
Henry, will you come into the study, please? I'm gambling with my wife's life. They told me they'd know if I contacted the police.
Yes?
Did they indicate...
Excuse us.
You looking for someone? For the police department? We were just wondering if you could tell us. You seen anything unusual in the neighborhood lately?
Depends what you mean by unusual.
Anything out of the ordinary?
Well, The man who lives over there is married. He's a big-time TV writer. And over there next door is a gorgeous blonde. Now, her old man spends most of the time in Europe. But every morning, when the writer's wife takes off, he goes hippity-hop across the street.
That's not exactly what we had in mind. I mean, have you seen anything strange? Like maybe a strange car? Maybe a car doesn't belong in the neighborhood, something like that.
Yeah. I did see a yellow van parked out in front.
A yellow van when?
Oh, 3 or 4 mornings in a row. Probably a new gardener. Anyway, I haven't seen him since yesterday morning.
Thanks very much.
You didn't get a license number or anything?
Just a big yellow van. Looks sort of new.
You know, you shouldn't go without your teeth. You eat too much soft food that way.
Oh. Yeah, I don't wear them when I'm working. They're sort of uncomfortable.
Thanks.
You had to bring it up.
Hey, if you want to see something really weird, there's a woman lives down the street.
Joe, you got company. Hi.
Hey, hi.
I'm not sure he's awake yet.
Most people are having lunch about now.
Ever needed this?
I wish. You want some granola?
No, you know what I'd like is a cup of coffee.
You got it.
Pepper, can we get you some?
No, we stopped for a bite. Oh, here you go, boss.
Can I have some cream?
Well, look, let's just say it's different than the field, okay? And leave it at that.
Thanks.
And what you guys doing here?
Joe, we need your help on a case.
What, are you kidding?
No, that's what I want to talk to you about.
Listen, why don't you guys talk? I want to take Pepper and show her my new chair.
What new chair?
Why not?
Go ahead, tell me about it.
We got a tiger by the tail. I mean, a big kidnap case.
Harriet, are you all right?
No. I don't know.
What's the matter?
Pepper, I found a lump in my breast.
Have you seen the doctor?
Well, I mean, it probably won't be anything at all.
Have you told Joe?
I can't do that. Not yet. This new job is driving him crazy. I want to wait until I see the doctor first.
Well, you know, he's strong. You can lean on him. I think he'd want to know.
What you're really saying is that he has the right to know, isn't it? Pepper, you have no idea what this transfer's done to him. Inside. I can see it. I can't dump this on him right now.
But he'll have to be told eventually.
Would you do me a favor?
What?
Well, I want to lean on you a little bit. Would you go to the doctor with me?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, but how can I help?
Joe, I think we're dealing with terrorists. Now, these guys want to negotiate through the family chauffeur. I tell you, it's incredible. This guy is a dead ringer for you, Joe. And I mean he could be your older twin brother.
Where is the rest of it, Triplet? They could call here any minute.
They gave us 48 hours, Mr. Westmore. I think we can count on that. Rest of the money will be here by 2. Now, Henry, you listen carefully to me. Your safety, and what's more important, Mrs. Westmore's life, depends on your doing exactly what they tell you.
I understand. But just what do I do?
Probably just deliver the money, nothing more. But please do whatever you're told, because these people have given us every indication of meaning business.
Why don't they call?
Thank you. Come in, Mrs. Stiles.
Thanks for waiting, Pep.
Whoever heard of half a favor?
That'll be all, Emmy. Thank you.
It's malignant.
Would you mind waiting that side, Mrs. Anderson?
Oh, no, please. I want her to stay here.
Is it all right?
Yeah, it's fine if that's what she wants. Have a seat, Mrs. Stiles. Well, let's try to be a little more positive. This only gives me an indication. Nothing certain yet. Right now, I feel we should remove the tumor and do a biopsy as soon as possible. It's the only way to be certain.
And, if it's malignant?
We'll cross that bridge later. I'd like to discuss this with you and Mr. Stiles. Now, that's all your questions at that time.
No. I want to know right now.
Harriet, I think Dr. Ando would prefer to discuss this with you and Joe together.
Pepper, I want to be told now. This is my body. I'm the patient, not my husband. Doctor?
If it's malignant, we'll have to remove the breast.
Unit 60 through 10, you stay with Stiles. Now, I mean, no matter what happens, you stay with Stiles. All the 12Y units move with the money. Stiles will pick up the bucks at Westmore's at 15:30 hours, and at 16:30, he's to be at the bench in front of the Triforium. There he should be met with one of the kidnappers. Then we just follow the crook to his Confederates. It sounds simple, but don't count on it. Joe's strung out a mile on this thing, so I want communications kept to a minimum. Now, if you got any questions, ask them now, because I don't want any screw-ups out there. All right, let's get started. Pete, how'd you word the broadcast on that van?
To all police personnel assigned precincts wanted for questioning. Possible kidnap all occupants of a late model yellow van, NFD. Observe only. Do not attempt to detain. Notify Sergeant Crowley, CCU.
It's pretty thin, but maybe we'll come up with something.
Yeah. Well, take care, Joe. Huh?
But I can't find anybody else, Pepper. Don't you understand? There's no time. Now, if I postpone this thing for 3 or 4 hours, they could kill her.
I know, but what about Harriet? She's terrified, and he ought to be with her. I mean, isn't there anything we can do? We owe him that much.
Believe me, I know. I understand what
No,
you're
I
saying.
don't think you do. I don't think you could possibly understand the fear facing that kind of surgery.
I think I could, Pepper. I think I understand. She's got to be scared to death, right? But, Pepper, Joe volunteered for this job, and that was his decision. Now, it's too late. I can't pull him off. I'm sorry, Pepper. It's just too late.
Well, then you think I should tell him? At least he ought to know.
Absolutely not. You tell him. You send him out there with that kind of pressure. No, he makes one mistake, Pepper, and he's had it. Absolutely not. What time is it?
Almost 9.
So we're 4 hours. I don't understand it. I want to make a move.
I don't know. I'm not them.
Lighten up, will you? I mean, you've more than made your point, all right? Get this thing wrapped up. I'll get him home. What time is it?
Almost 9.
Why don't they do something? What are they up to? I mean, why would they pick a location right in front of a police building?
Hi. What time is it?
You awake? I was trying to be quiet. It's a little after 2. Oh. But you, don't awake.
Couldn't sleep. How'd it go tonight?
I'm numb. I've never been so cold. 8 hours sitting on that bench, holding $2.5 million. And I'm thinking, any minute now, somebody's gonna heat things up and blow my brains out.
Joe, when are you going to be finished with this thing?
We think it was a dummy run. Their way of testing us. I was probably being followed all the time. Oh, I gotta be at Westmore at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. Man, I've never been so tired. If we pull this off, get her back safe, maybe they think we work as a team. I sure hope so. If I have to go back on that task.
Oh, Joe, don't get your hopes up. You know what Bill said? This is only temporary. You're only on loan. I know it's late, but there are a few things we have to talk about. Mom's coming over for a couple of days.
¿Qué pasó, compadre?
Oh, bien, ¿cómo estás? Oh, ando bien, ando bien. ¿Cómo anda aquella? Ahí.
Come on, wake up. Come on, wake up.
When are you gonna let me leave?
What's the matter? Don't you like our company? Hmm?
Please. My husband will give you anything.
Hmm?
Please, please let me go.
No, we can't do that, lady, not now. See, you can identify it, both of us.
No, I won't.
Hmm?
Please, believe me.
You sure?
Just take the money and let me go. Please. I promise I won't tell the police anything.
Traguito? Come on, traguito. No? Here, eat one. Good to skinny, you know? Like our women with some meat. Compadre? He doesn't understand. So you're different, right? You're a jock. What's a jock? Chuck. 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 Right, lady?
Well, when did he call?
Last night, kind of late from the hospital. He said he wants me to check in at 8:30 this morning.
What about Joe? What did you tell him?
Nothing. I couldn't. I tried to. I really did. But Joe is under so much stress and everything with this case. I just couldn't tell him.
But at least if he can't be there, he should know.
Well, listen, don't worry about it. I just wanted to let you know where I was. Mama's gonna watch the kids for me. Pepper.
Yes.
Would you say a little prayer for me?
I'll say another one.
Thanks, I gotta go.
Thank you.
Oh, Laura? Laura, this is Mr. Triplett.
How do you do?
Laura's replacing Helen temporarily. There was an illness in her family. What was it, her mother?
I think her aunt.
Oh, well. Anyway, there's some coffee over there on the piano, Laura.
Thank you.
Fred, she had to be told she's helped arrange for the money.
I see. Well, if they're reasonably certain that we haven't called in the police, we'll probably hear from them today.
And you just feel that they've just been testing us?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I don't know what more. I mean, I've done everything they've asked. Why don't they live up to their end of the deal?
Well, it appears we're dealing with some very cautious, experienced criminals.
Did you get any sleep?
No, ma'am. I was up all night polishing the Mercedes.
You look a little uptight. Are you nervous about this one?
No, not nervous. As much as tired. I just wish they hurry and get this thing over with.
It's understandable. Anybody want any coffee over there?
Oh, no.
What time did you hit the sack?
Oh, I don't know. A little after 2, maybe.
Hmm.
I think something's wrong with Harriet. She seems to be worried about something.
What makes you say that?
Well, she usually sleeps like a log, but she was up when I got home. And that's not like her. No, I think something's bugging her.
Maybe I should have said something to you before, but just listen and try to understand.
And that's the way things are at the moment. And I'm reasonably sure that's going to stay.
Hello?
Westmore?
Yes.
You got the cash?
Yes.
Good. Last night was a test. Now I want to talk to your driver.
All right, I'll put him on. He'll do exactly as you say.
You keep better, or your wife is dead.
I understand. Henry, they want to talk to you. Now listen.
Why didn't she tell me?
All right, all right. Henry, come on, get on the phone.
I gotta get out of here.
If anything serious develops, we'll get a hold of you somehow.
Henry, come on, move it, man. They want to talk to you.
Go ahead, we can't do anything now.
Could you connect me to Community General, please? It's on Ocean. I'd like to check on my wife's condition. Mrs. Stiles. Harriet Stiles. She is? Thank you. Hello?
Your number I just called was busy. You were told not to call the police. We're gonna kill that woman.
Wait a minute. It wasn't the police, okay? My wife's in the hospital, and I was just checking on her condition.
What hospital?
Community General. It's on Ocean.
Under what name?
Please, look, don't bother. The motel clerk took the call. She knows, okay?
The Westmore woman. We're gonna kill her.
Hey, wait a minute. Hold it.
Damn!
And you told him?
He knew something was wrong. Yes, I told him. You'd have done the same thing at that moment. I know you would. So would Pete.
Here he comes.
Careful, these people are really together. I'm to pick up a car at 9th and Virgil. They've left instructions over the visor. Be careful, they're hinky and watching, important. I thought I could hear police calls in the background. Good luck.
Police calls? Shit. Yeah, but that's it. They're using a scanner to monitor our broadcasts.
Then they know Joe's walking into a trap?
No, not yet they don't know. If they knew Joe was a cop, they'd hang this whole thing up. There's a car over here. If they're watching that car, it's going to be awful hard to catch that bird dog.
Hey, kids! Give me that bird dog. Can you come here a minute? What do you want, lady? You boys want to earn $5? Each? Yeah. Listen, see that car up there?
You okay? Yeah. Couldn't make that turn.
He did it clean as a whistle. It's nice.
12 white 50. Yeah, the signal's coming in very clear.
We're on it. And also,
We got a message. You're supposed to call Sergeant McKnight, Houston PD.
50, Roger.
There's a phone up there, Bill. Pull over. I want to call the hospital. You can make that call. You got a couple dimes?
Yeah. Twelve Y 50 to 12 Y 90. You want to give me that number on that Houston call?
Pepper? It's benign. Have you heard? It's benign. Oh, my God, I'm so thankful.
Oh, we are too. Thank God. Now it's important that you just rest. You don't have to worry anymore. We'll get Joe there as soon as possible. Bill's waiting. I gotta hurry.
Hey, Pepper. Put Joe on. I want to tell him myself.
He's not here. We're just about to wrap this up. He'll call.
Hey, Pep, let's go.
God bless.
Damn it, they lost Joe.
We had no choice. Terminal radar control ordered us out. We flew right in the middle of a flight pattern, Bill. A 747 was on final.
Did you explain that an officer's life was in jeopardy?
I did, yes I did, but apparently they didn't understand.
It was no one's fault. Ask them how long before they can get back on it.
Hey, how long before you can get back on it?
As soon as we're topped off, we'll get him, Bill, don't worry.
10 Adam 36 in pursuit of a late model yellow van, westbound in College, approaching Tweedy. Vehicle, a yellow 75 Ford van, license 124 Charlie. We're doing in excess of 60 miles. Units in area respond. 10 Adam 36, southbound on Tweedy, now in excess of 90.
You guys are a hell of a driver.
Not so bad yourself.
10 Adam 36. Avoid any gunfire. Just stay with him. I mean, I don't even want him scratched.
Hey, take the rear. Take the rear. Let's go, let's go.
All right, come out of that van with your hands raised on top of your head. Let's go. Come out of there with your hands on top of your head. Come out with your hands raised. Now.
It's my brother's. He doesn't know I took it. Please don't tell him.
Don't turn around. Put your hands on the steering wheel. You make the slightest move, you're dead. Is that it?
That's it.
Throw it in the back seat. Sit here for 15 minutes. You're being watched. You make the slightest move, she's dead.
What about Miss Westmore?
I told you once. You move again your history. Well, tell your boss where she'll be.
What's at stake? I should have paid. I should have paid.
Couldn't be helped. The surveillance helicopter was pulled out of the area by air traffic control.
I don't want excuses. Now, look, you people are the police. You are supposed to have authority.
Westmore, tell me something. What do you know about Harry Triplett?
I don't understand.
I mean, who hired him? What's his background?
What are you getting at?
From the start, this whole thing was run like one of the crooks had a police background. That dummy run adjacent to the police station using broadcast scanners to monitor our radio. Then that motel bit. That's a great way to make sure that the money couldn't be followed.
Triplett?
He was fired from the Houston Police Department for extortion.
When did you find that out?
Just in time, we hope.
We've got Joe's car located. Head for the Santa Fe industrial area.
And also, we've got Triplett's car parked 2 blocks north.
50, Roger.
All right, my friend. You had the money when you left. Where'd you stash it?
You followed me, you find it.
I don't know who you are. But I have a funny feeling if something were to happen to this young lady... Go.
That money's our insurance. Now you let us walk out of here, it's all yours. All $2.5 million.
I don't understand you. You're not following Mr. Westmore's instructions. You could be a cop.
Not hardly. I'm here because of Mrs. Westmore. I just want to be sure you release her safely. That's all.
Sure.
You know we're gonna have to kill him now, huh? They know who you are.
I know that. I want to find that money first. He had it when he left, and he drove straight to the motel. And he walked to our car and to here. And where? Wait a minute. These are valid telephone books. That money's got to be in the motel.
Yeah, that's where it is.
Put him in a van. We'll dump him on the way to town.
Okay. Come on, let's go. Come on. Hold it. Hey, what's the problem?
Come on, Miss Westmore. It's all right. Come on. Come on. You're all right. Come on.
Y51. Air 10. Make your move now.
All the people in the warehouse. This is the police. You are instructed to leave the north side of the building immediately with your hands raised.
Hold it! Hold it, move. Drop. Put the gun down. Put the gun down. Put it down! Now back with the truck. Move. Move!
What are you doing?
What's the verdict, Doc? Think he'll live?
Oh, you know what they say, Sergeant. If you're trying to kill a black dude, you don't hit him over the head.
That's funny. I never heard that saying. Come on, let's get. I'll drive.
Harriet's waiting. She said for me to tell you she's reserved a bed adjacent to hers for you.
Well, she must be feeling okay. Come on, Peter. I'll take you up on that ride.
You sure you feel okay, Joe?
I feel okay.
You did a hell of a job.
Well, thank you, William.
All in a day's work.
Joe, what about the money? Where'd you stash the money?
Where does everybody stash? It's behind the wall heater in the motel.
Everybody knows that.
I'm surprised at you, William.
Boy, you really follow the game plan.
Did you?
Hi.
Hey.
Oh, look at who sent all the flowers?
Westmore, I think he bought the whole store out.
I think he did, too.
great.
Mine look kind of puny.
No.
I wouldn't say that.
Listen, I brought you some daisies. They're inexpensive, but they won't tell.
Thank you. I love them.
How you feel?
I couldn't be better. I feel just wonderful.
You look beautiful.
Thank you. You know, Joe's feeling a lot better about work now. He's really going to make it work this time. We were just talking about that.
Oh, yeah?
Look, next to my family, you guys are the most important thing in my life.
Here it
I
comes.
mean, no, I'm serious. We work together so long as a team. But this auto theft thing, I'm not gonna let it get me down.
Well, listen, if we're such a hotshot team, why is it that you're bugging out?
Bugging out. Did you hear me say bugging out? I didn't say bugging out. I was transferred.
Transferred? I thought
Transferred.
you volunteered, you whippersnapper.
I thought you
No,
volunteered,
but,
too.
all right, well, you guys, Joe,
Yes, darling.
Westmore is very tight with Commissioner Walton. Get it? They play racquetball together. As of the next deployment period, you're back. You're stuck with us, kid.
That's right.
I mean, that's beautiful. But, why the next deployment period?
Tell him.
We hate to lay this on you, but you don't look right with your bare face hanging out.
That's true. Those are the very facts. I want to tell you, in 2 weeks' time, the way that little beard grows, you're going to look just like Benji.